Hi there, I'm Grandpa Evergreen, and I'm going to enlighten that beautiful brain of yours with some stories about something very precious, our climate. So stick around, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two. Climate change isn't some distant threat. It's a reality that touches us all. The Earth is warming, and the consequences are already visible. Extreme weather events, melting ice caps, deforestation, these aren't isolated incidents anymore, but a pattern that's increasingly revealing the contours of a world in crisis. Today, we delve deeper into the question, climate change, what are the consequences, and how does it affect us, humanity, at its core? The science is clear. The Earth is warming due to the increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, primarily from human activities like burning fossil fuels. The greenhouse effect, once a natural phenomenon that made Earth habitable, is now out of balance. CO2 levels are rising, temperatures are rising, and the consequences are becoming more and more apparent. The measurements are unmistakable. We see a clear correlation between the increase in greenhouse gases and the rise in the Earth's average temperature. This isn't speculation, but fact, based on decades of research. The consequences for humanity. The consequences of climate change are devastating. Rising sea levels threaten coastal areas where millions of people live. Extreme weather events like hurricanes, floods, and droughts are becoming more frequent and intense. Drought and heat waves threaten food production, which can lead to famine and migration. My house flooded, everything is gone, I don't know where to go. The drought destroyed our harvest. We have nothing left to eat. These stories aren't exceptions, but a growing reality for millions of people worldwide. The social and economic impact. Climate change hits the most vulnerable people the hardest. It exacerbates poverty and inequality. Communities already struggling with poverty are hit even harder by the effects of climate change. The economic costs are enormous. Natural disasters cause billions of dollars in damage, and the costs of climate adaptation and mitigation will only increase in the future. The economic impact of climate change is huge. It's not just about the cost of natural disasters, but also the cost of healthcare, migration, and the disruption of the economy. What can we do? We can still tackle climate change. It's time for action. Transition to sustainable energy sources like solar and wind power. Reduce greenhouse gas emissions through more efficient production and consumption. Consume sustainably by wasting less and choosing sustainable products. Invest in climate adaptation to prepare for the inevitable consequences of climate change. Everyone can contribute, from small changes in our daily lives to large investments in sustainable technology. Together, we can make a difference. Well now, if you've made it this far, I reckon you must have found something worth sticking around for. Hope you enjoyed my view on the matter, and if you would like to hear more, give that old subscribe button a little tap. Means a lot to this old timer. Till next time,